All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
It's the brothers from Great Millstone, New Orleans, coming back at you with another quick lesson. Before we get started, we want to give all praises, glory, infinite honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect, as well as this is shit that believe in the gospel where you endure to the end, Lord willing. And you know, me and the brothers, we're gonna get into a fairly quick lesson, you know, on this word. All right, this truth, this is the life. All right, according to the scriptures, man. All right, the laws, the statutes, the commandments, coming back into this truth. All right, that's life, man. All right, the ways of this world is death. Let's start off with that.
This Revelation chapter 11 verse 8, and the dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city, which is spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
Right, and that dead bodies is not talking about literal dead bodies. All right. Proverbs 21. I'm gonna come back to that.
This is Proverbs 21 and 16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
Right. So you go back and you read the Revelations 11 and 8. You see that being dead is talking about being dead spiritually. All right. Departing from the laws, the statutes, and commandments that you were given to follow. All right. Because when the Lord created, all right, this book. All right, these are the basic instructions that you need to live on earth. You see, all of these, the folly, all right, and all the bullshit that goes on in this society, it keeps you in a dead state of mind. All right, they say which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. All right, and what you can see, you know, we out here at camp. All right, and so what you can see is nothing but sodomy going on today. All right, they got a red, it's called red dress run. All right, it's nothing but sodomy. All right. Egypt is synonymous with bondage, all right? So we are here in a place full of sodomy, in a place full of slavery, all right? You read that Revelation? You grab it for now? Yeah, you grab it for now. Yeah, 11 and 8.
I got it.
Okay.
It says, and the dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
Right, well also our Lord was crucified. That's talking about Yahweh Shai being X'd out. All right? It's talking about his image being taken away from the earth, his true image. All right? But the point is that our dead bodies, all right, are lying in the streets, man. Because if you look around, all right, the current Israelite man or woman, all right, they're dead. All right? Like we read in the Proverbs 21, the wander out of the way of understanding, it shall remain in the congregation of the dead, man. All right. I got something you want to say something?
I got 9, yeah, I want to say something too. It says, and there of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies, which is talking about the other nations. 3 days and a half, which represents our time that we have been in spiritual, you know, in captivity,
right,
or in slavery, man. Well, over in the what? The daughter of Babylon.
144.
Yep. And shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves, because meaning they what? They're not going to give them no rest. They're not going to wake them up to who they are. All right? They're not going to give them any breath. All right? It says in Job that his breath is corrupt and his days are ended.
Yeah.
All right? And you can liken that into our people here. They're at the end of their wits. All right? Knowledge have escaped them. Okay? And guess what? The nations know who the chosen people of the Lord is. They know we their people. But yet and still they give you all kind of folly for holidays. All right, they get you following all type of idolatry.
Yep.
Okay, what's to keep you dead, man?
Yeah.
All right, and that's what that mean about they shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in grave, because it's metaphorically speaking, man.
Yeah, what they give you niggas entertainment, sports. All right,
that's a dead end.
Yeah, it's nowhere. That's all Jake hope for. It's to make it in the rap industry or the sports industry. Either you play football, all right, basketball, you run track. That's the only outs that Esau give you in this kingdom, man. All right? Which is ultimately, like the brother said, that's a dead end, you know? Because if you don't make it, all right, you work so hard to get there, all right, for a vain thing, at the end of the day, you're going to be heartbroken, you know? You ain't going to have no other route to take because you done invested solely, all right, in the ends that Esau gave you, you know? In which all Jakes are talented, yes, but all Jakes not going to make it, man. All right? And which why you liken it to this truth, you know? Because a man who doesn't have this wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding, is going those same ends that Esau give you. That's the only thing that you gonna hope for. All right.
That's understandable.
You got it.
This is 1 John 2:15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
Yeah. So loving, all right, rap, all right, the things that you invested in, that's giving your whole passion to it. You know, we have a certain extent that we cut things off in this society. Yeah, brothers like sports, all right, brothers like different things, all right, have different hobbies, all right, but you can't fall and indulge yourself in these things, man. You know. That was it. Get James 4 to back that up. You got it, okay,
Come. This Hosea 13:13, and like the brother was saying, all right, it's only a limitation we can go. It's only so far we can like something, all right, because when you're too far into something, you basically die in it. Meaning what? You end yourself in it, man. All right? We deal with the word of life. We deal with the things that give us life, that help us live, man. That help us learn while we living and increase. All right? But this Hosea 13:13, it says, 13 and 14. I will ransom them from the power of the grave. I will redeem them from death. So the ones that got ransomed and redeemed from death are the men of the Lord. Because our bodies we're in the same captivity as the ones that are dead.
Exactly.
Right? But the Lord, like I gave them life, according to Ezekiel 37, which we're going to get.
Right.
All right? It says, oh, death, I would beat thy plagues. So Yahushua came and took away the sting of death.
Right.
All right? Really over here, the sting of death right now for us was these different philosophies and doctrines, all right? They have our people in debt. Look at the church, man.
Yeah.
All right? They have Yahushua came took that from us, man. He came took that from us that we don't believe in that, but believe on him.
Right.
That's why it says, oh, death, I will beat thy plagues. Oh, grave, I will beat thy destruction. Repentance shall be hid from mine eyes, man. You know?
Yeah. That was it.
That was it.
You could grab the. You can scratch that. You can get the Ezekiel 37.
This is Ezekiel 37. What you want?
You can start at the top.
Start at the top. Let me read 12. Then I'm gonna jump back up. It says, this the vision. You pretty much this is it in the whole shell when you read one. Then he said unto me, son of man. Now you're gonna see why when we read one, what he meant. That's why I started at that first. These bones are the whole house of Israel, the dead bodies.
Yep.
Behold, they say, our bones are dried and our hope is lost. We are cut off for our parts. Therefore prophesy and say unto them, ransom them from the graves.
Yeah.
Thus say Yahweh thy power, behold, O my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves, like I just read in Hosea, and bring you into the land of Israel.
Yeah, and the Lord is not literally causing you to come out of a grave, man.
No.
All right, that's metaphorically and symbolically speaking, all right, of being awakened, all right, to this wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding, man. All right, hold on that 1 Peter 2:9. You can keep reading.
It says, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh when I have opened your graves.
Yeah. So, like we call on the names today, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, because we know that we've been awakened from gross darkness, man. All right, being dead, all right, being in the grave, that's also synonymous with being in darkness.
That's right.
All right, because when you are buried, you're covered in what? Dirt. Yeah. So that puts you in darkness, man. All right.
In Job 36:20, it says, desire not the night when men are cut off in their place. Now, if it get nighttime, that don't mean you cut off. So that's speaking about darkness.
Right.
Which darkness is obscurity. When you look up in that word obscurity, it goes back into loss and death, or basically dead. All right. That obscurity is a serious word. They have a lot of great synonyms to it, but it says desire not the night when men are cut off in their place. Yeah. And a lot of these people are in their graves in the nighttime. That's when they at their losses, man.
Yeah.
You know, or they really out of folly. They drunk, they high, right? They committing all kind of lewd acts, vile acts. Soon as it get dark, you think it's somewhat a light on, but when the dark come, people sin increase. Yeah. The worms and the creeping things in them get even worse, man. Yeah. And these people, and we metaphorically speaking, because we're not talking about a man that's dead. We talking about the levels and where they go to in their death. Yeah. All right, good.
I got that word obscure. To back up the brother, this the word obscure, in the online etymology, it says dark, figuratively, morally unenlightened. All right, and that further backs up being in a dead state of mind. All right, wandering out the congregation of understanding. All right, you are morally unenlightened, gloomy. All right, it says dim, dusky, shady. All right, it says unintelligible, hard to discern, covered, you know, and in the figurative sense, all right, it's the point. It says not readily understood. You want to say something?
Yeah, if I can add, the whole method or the whole moral to this lesson, it's either you getting prepared for a wedding or a funeral.
Right.
Most people are already, they're going to attend their own funerals because they're really dead now and they're going to die physically.
Exactly.
Spiritually, they're gone already, right? And now the Lord is like, look, I'm going to just bring a physical death upon you. And we're getting bidded to the marriage.
Exactly.
And this is how we know, like, listen, if y'all don't come from out of your graves and get the spirit within you, then, okay, that sting of death going to overtake you, man.
Right.
Right? If the Lord, I wish I came to take the sting of death away from those men that was bid to the marriage or the wedding, man.
Right.
You see? That tarry for the bridegroom, they waited.
Yeah.
All right?
It's like we brought out earlier, we know what we fighting for.
Yep.
All right, we fight for salvation.
You know what we waiting for.
Yeah. We not waiting to get a $1 million rap deal, man. All right, we waiting on Yahweh, all right, that he come back and salvate us from this wicked kingdom, you know?
Be redeemed.
And be redeemed. There you go.
It says, "Oh my people," Ezekiel 37:13, "and brought you up out of your graves, and shall put my spirit in you.
Yeah.
And ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land." Now, remember that the Lord resurrected Yahweh in 3 days. What he did, he lifted him up. He put the spirit back in him, that he died, and put the spirit back in the same body, man.
Right.
Which showed you can come out of this dead body or this dead state if you have the spirit of the Lord in you, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Which even it was prophesied for Yahweh Shai died and raised 3 days later, but it's symbolic to us because we died, you know, in a spiritual form, and then these 3.5 days we rose again. Right. Right. In this captivity, we found the Lord. We found ourselves at the latter end of it. Right. It's like a reenactment of Yahweh Shai.
It's like when they go into that 350 years.
Yeah.
That's synonymous, almost identical with the numbers wise.
Numbers wise,
3.5 days,
yeah.
350 years. It's the same. It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
From the times that we put in chains, all right, to the times of our business hitting the scene, man.
That's right.
All right, giving us this light. All right, waking us up from that dead state of mind, man.
Yeah.
You know, that was it on that. Or you got more?
We got a little more.
Okay.
And then shall ye know that I, Yahweh, have spoken it and performed it, said Yahweh.
Yeah.
It's caps.
So you gonna know that the Lord has performed this miracle, all right? Because like Apostle Tahar brought out, you could probably just scratch it because that was the point in that. Yeah. But you know, just like Apostle Tahar brought out back in the day, you know how he got pulled up on in the limousine, man, and the guy rolled the window down and asked, how did you guys get this? You know, we paid millions and billions of dollars, so you guys didn't figure this out. But no, it's the spirit of the Lord, the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that woke us up, man. You know, that woke us up from this dead state to call us back into this truth, all right, our true nationality, you know, to know that who we truly are, all right, and our purpose in life, man. You see? You go grab that 1 Peter.
This is 1 Peter 2:9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people.
Yes, because let me speak on that. Because we are, read it again, read that top part again.
But ye are a holy, but ye are a chosen generation.
Yeah, we are a chosen generation of people, man. All right, it's a chosen generation that the Lord purposely called so that he can wake them up. And you know, I don't want to desire that we continue in the faith and endure to the end so we can receive our rewards, you know, that we are part of that elect number. Go ahead.
A royal priesthood and holy nation, a peculiar people.
A holy nation, a peculiar people. All right, when you go into that word holy, it means separate. All right, so even, you know, they have jakes, all right, other Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, even though they have those jakes that's not in the truth, because they wasn't chosen, they wasn't called to come back into this, man. All right, we are separate from them. All right, go ahead.
A holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who had called you out of darkness into this.
Called you out of what?
Called you out of darkness.
Called you out of darkness. All right, called you out of that dead state of mind, man. All right, and into the what?
And into his marvelous light.
Into his marvelous light. All right, being awakened in these last days to actually have the understanding on what's going on. All right, the society getting ready to break down completely. All right, all hell breaking loose. All right, the Lord has called us to store up those spiritual treasures, man. All right, that we may endure to the end. You know? You got something? You got something?
This is Sirach 38 and 23. It says, when the dead is at rest, let his remembrance rest, and be comforted for him when his spirit is departed from him. Now, that dead was dying the Lord, was going, you go into Revelation 14 and 13.
Right.
They are comforted and their words do follow.
Yeah.
So the dead over here, they're not going to get any rest.
Right.
Whether they continue, all right, on in their iniquity, they're going to get all kind of diseases, all kind of plagues, and even in their death, they're not going to have comfort in it.
Exactly.
The ones that have died, and Yahweh Shai from henceforth over here, right? Because to die in Yahweh Shai is to gain them.
Mm-hmm.
So we died over here, not in the actual physical form of getting put in the grave, but we died from putting off the ways of this world, all right? And we're living in the Lord. That's the only way to live in the Lord.
Yeah.
But over here, their works not gonna follow them because their works are vain. Their labors are vain. All right, so and vain hopes.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, they're gonna have that painful death.
Yeah.
They shall know it after death by pain.
Yeah.
But it says the ones that's righteous, let his remembrance rest.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It says, when his spirit is departed from him. So even the ones that did the works in the Lord, and the spirit is, that's, we talking physical death there.
Right.
But you know, alone we've been talking about the dead bodies, but even that, man, you know, a man works follow him. All right, when we die in the Lord, 'cause we die in the Lord, we dying in the Lord right now, every day.
Yeah.
All right, so we can live for him as well. That's the only way to live for Yahweh Shai is to die. Okay, but go ahead, brother.
That's the only true purpose in life, right?
That's it.
To live for Yahweh Shai, man. You know?
Got it.
This is just backing a brother up on that scripture. This is Revelations 14 and 13. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, write, blessed are they, blessed are
No
ye.
pictures, brother. No
pictures.
I'll take pictures down here.
Okay,
you guys.
take it.
Oh,
Go
okay.
ahead. You got it.
We're talking
I saw you.
about
I saw
okay,
you. Yeah, you
okay.
good. Come on, take
You
it.
good, you
You
good,
got it.
okay.
You got it.
Blessed are they dead which die in the Lord from henceforth.
Yeah.
Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors and their works do follow them.
Right. So again, you can die in the Lord for righteousness' sake over here, right? And you can literally die. But according to get 1 Thessalonians 4 and 16, so they who die, they're gonna meet the Lord in the air. It don't matter. Either way it go, their debt is not in vain, man. All right? Because the Lord took the sting of debt away from them, man.
He called
Which
him
is
in.
that punishment.
He gave him the life.
He gave them the life.
Yahweh Shai said himself, I am the truth, the life,
Yeah.
and the way.
The only way you overcome death is with life.
Yeah.
That's the only way to beat that.
Yeah.
It's not another way. You can't escape it. You can't go around it.
Exactly.
All right? Like, there's no way to do that. The only way we can beat, you can beat that is with the life of Yahweh Shai.
Exactly.
Which he's the word. You got to have the word.
Yeah.
You got to be given the word.
It's the word.
That's the word.
The word is life.
The word is life.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you said 1 Thessalonians 5 and 6.
Four.
Oh, stop.
Kind of that scripture the brother getting ready to bring out is one of my favorite scriptures,
Yes.
man. All right, because at the end it says,
God
"Wherefore,
live, it don't matter.
wherefore comfort one another with these words."
Yep.
All right, so whether we die or live, we really don't care.
Yeah, Romans,
you know.
get that in Romans 14 and 5. Read that one.
It's 1 Thessalonians 4 and 16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout and with the voice of the archangel and with the trump of the Most High,
Read one up.
and the dead in Hamashiach Yahushua shall rise
And
first.
the dead shall rise first. So those are the ones that died in the Lord, man. That's literal dying.
Yeah.
All right, that they died. But it read in Revelation 14 that their words gonna follow. So technically they didn't die.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically Yahushua didn't die. He came back.
He came back.
He told Thomas, see, it is me. Feel the holes in me.
Touch me.
Touch me.
Yeah.
Feel me. Have, like, you know, so you can know it is. And that's the spirit that we gotta have, that we gonna even live if we die, man.
Yeah.
That's the spirit you gotta carry.
That's the whole understanding.
That's the whole
understanding. Knowing that whether we be put to death on this side or not, that we ultimately gonna live.
Yep.
You know? Go ahead with that.
This is 14. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together.
17.
I mean, slack. This is 17.
Which one you started off on?
16, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is 1 Thessalonians 4 and 17. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds.
Yeah.
To meet
The ones that are alive is the ones that Matthew say, and what 16 and 28, that some of you standing here shall not taste of death.
Mm-hmm.
Those are those men. But some of us gonna be a sacrifice.
Yeah.
All right, for the Lord, and that was part of the Lord moving in this will. There's nothing we could do, but we already know we gonna meet up. The men that die, they get their crowns first. Second.
Exactly.
Like they coming back in their bodies to get the other men.
Yeah, we gonna meet them in the
We
air.
gonna meet them in the
So
air.
they already.
They're gonna be changed.
Exactly.
Those men gonna have it already.
They gonna already
They're
be
gonna be in their
perfected.
spiritual body. That's
Yeah.
right, brother. Go ahead.
to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the
And
Lord.
that's it. And we gonna meet them that still remain.
Mhm.
The ones that remain are the men that wasn't slated for death. Matthew 16 and 28, I
Right.
believe. And guess what? They're gonna get with the men that did die, who worked followed them. And guess what? They're gonna rise and rise forevermore.
Yeah.
Kwame Yashai.
Yeah. And read that last verse from 18.
And 1 Thessalonians 4 and 18. Wherefore comfort one another with these words.
Yeah. And that's what the whole epistle is for words of comfort, man.
Get out of your
All right. Now this is the book of Romans, it's chapter 14 and verse 5. All right. It says, one man esteem it one day above another.
Start at 7.
Okay. It's Romans 14 and 7. It says, for none of us liveth to himself, and no man dieth to himself.
Well, we supposed to die for Yahushua, so let's get an understanding. Go ahead.
Right. It says, for whether we live unto the Lord.
So when we living unto the Lord with this word of life.
Yeah.
We're not even living for ourselves at this point. We're living for the will of the Lord.
Yeah.
To fulfill the will of the Lord, man. You gotta understand that. Go ahead.
It says, and whether we die,
Yeah.
we die unto the Lord.
We die unto the Lord.
Yeah.
So either way. Go ahead.
It says, whether we live, therefore, or die,
Yeah.
we are the Lord.
So we win either way, and we know that.
Yeah.
Because we serving the Lord. Now all these people, all right, they have a different ending. But they'll be good in the kingdom. But we know whether we live or die in the Lord, we good.
Yeah.
In that order. That's it, brother.
Well, you know, Abba Desire, this lesson was edifying. All right. Just know at the end of the day, if the Lord has brought you into this light, all right, and awaken you from that congregation of the dead, all right, that, you know, you have a good chance at salvation, all right, and that the word ultimately that you receive is the life, all right. So with that, we're going to give all praises, glory, infinite honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. Double honors once again to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. Till next time, I say shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.